Welcome to Pulse episode 56, finally time for some StarCraft news. In this episode we take a look at patch 1.3.0 on the PTR, speculation about a possible new Blizzard game being announced at BlizzCon 2011, the GSL, IEM and MLG news, Artosis and the plots at World Cyber Games 2005, quite a few funny and well-made StarCraft 2 songs, and much more. Let's not hang around here, let's get to the news. For those of you that weren't aware, it was in fact Blizzard's 20th birthday on the 3rd of March. So firstly, Blizzard just wanted to thank us all for joining them during this special time, this anniversary celebration. They tell us that they couldn't have made it here without us, the fans, so they'd love for us to help them make this milestone even more memorable by entering their upcoming 20th anniversary video contest. Blizzard gamers from across the globe have been creating their own wonderful Blizzard memories for the past 20 years, and the guys and girls at Blizzard want to know exactly how they've been a part of our life. Unleash your creativity and capture your fondest Blizzard memory on video. Your favorite moment can be touching, hilarious, or simply epic. What's important is that you share your memory with the world. If your video manages to make Blizzard's crew of stone-faced judges crack a smile or shed a tear, it could be chosen as one of the winning entries, earning you countless accolades, untold fame, the respect of your peers, and an awesome prize to boot. The official rules are coming soon, stay tuned for further details. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty patch 1.3.0 is currently in development and available for testing on the PTR. Blizzard tells us that the early test version of the patch contains notable improvements to the Join Custom game interface, a preview of the Grand Master League, several balance adjustments, bug fixes, and much more. Now, those are the official highlights, but us, as StarCraft 2 players, see different things as highlights. In what has got to be my favorite addition, Blizzard have added a customizable observer and replay UI to the game. These new overlays, as they have come to be called, do everything from show player names and colors, track supply and unit counts, to even keeping an eye on both players' resources and their collection rates. It really is something that's going to make my life as a shoutcaster a lot easier, and definitely going to improve things for players opting to spectate the game instead of play it. But now onto the dreaded balance changes. In the general changes, players can no longer hide units by setting them on a close proximity patrol, like that silly Viking flower. Of the three races, Protoss players seem to think that Protoss was hit the hardest with the removal of the Kadaran amulet upgrade. That's the 25 starting energy for Templars. Others would say that Terran took the most damage in this patch with a bunker time build increase of 5 seconds and a stim pack research increase of 30 seconds. I would probably have to agree with them there. Lastly, the Zerg changes are exclusively to Infestors. Their health was increased from 90 to 110, and their fungal growth ability now fires a missile instead of being instant cast. The stun duration has also been decreased from 8 seconds to 4 seconds. That does mean that there was a double in damage per second. Other than that, there were also just the normal bug fixes and editor improvements, which you can read about below. As a few extras related to patch 1.3.0, you can see the new observer mode in action courtesy of Gunrun, and I have to say I can't wait to use it. I wasn't even aware of all the cool and useful options that you could enable, or the fact that you can entirely hide the bottom bar of the UI, thereby increasing your viewing pleasure by multitudes. I just hope they set it up in a way that we can hide everything except the minimap. That would be perfect. Check the video out, you won't regret it, and you won't be able to contain your excitement. If you're interested, you can also check the new and most definitely improved League icons out below, courtesy of the Team Liquid forums. These are the same icons that were shown during BlizzCon 2010, but it's great to see them finally implemented. Read about and check out all those extras below. To improve overall map balance and keep StarCraft 2 ladder play fresh and engaging, Blizzard recently made several changes to the ladder map pool. Below you can find a list that comprises of all the maps currently available, separated by brackets. You'll be able to see the maps that were removed, the new maps that were added, and the ones that stayed exactly where they were. If you're the kind of person that prefers not to read too much, you can see all the aforementioned changes in video form too. There was a lot of information given with all these changes, additions, and removals, so I suggest you watch the video for that extra bit of insight. While some may not like them, I find the new maps are quite fun and definitely worthy additions to the ladder map pool. In some more official news, Blizzard are happy to share that they have been working to implement an oft-requested feature in secret, laboring over small brass pins and cogs in the humid bioluminescent mines deep beneath the Blizzard campus topsoil to bring you the Masters League for teams. So if you didn't realize, Blizzard have deployed a hotfix to implement the Masters League for arranged and random 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4 teams. For a refresher on what the Masters League is, how it functions and what it takes to get into it, refer back to their previous post about the Masters League, which you can find conveniently in the links below. They also give us a quick reminder that the Grandmaster League is coming very, very soon for 1v1, and everyone had better start preparing for that. BlizzPlanet has a really interesting, if slightly far-fetched article up concerning all the rumors and speculation about this year's BlizzCon event. In past years, Blizzard has rented the Anaheim Convention Center to celebrate this massive convention. This year, though, strange things are happening and, needless to say, people have noticed them. Firstly, I have to say, I don't know how these guys figure this stuff out, find it, or make sense of it. It really is some crazy spy movie detective investigating stuff. Here we go. According to the Anaheim Convention Center, Blizzard has acquired the entire facility for this year's event. So why is that strange? Well, for all their previous events, yes, every single one of them, they only rented halls A, B, C, D and the meeting rooms. This year though, they are joined by Hall E and the arena. So BlizzPlanet asks this question: what if Blizzard are planning on announcing or revealing a new game? I guess it could make sense that they would need more space, especially if they wanted to dedicate an entire one of those halls to it, which, let's face it, is the least they can do. Could it be their next-gen MMO? Heart of the Swarm? Perhaps Warcraft 4? Who knows, but these conspiracy theories are always a good read, and there's still a lot of time for the rumors to spread and the plot to thicken. So if you're interested, check the full thing out below. The top 200 lists have been updated, and as usual you can find the links to the North American, European, Southeast Asian and Korean lists below. Check those out and see if your favorite players are still at the top. After the success of FX Open's past events and the establishment of the FX Open Invitational Series, they are proud to make the following announcements. FX Open Esports has begun programming for an esports TV platform. Their tournament ladder is now released. They are setting up a new weekly King of the Hill series. They are planning a new invitational titled Destination Korea, the first place of which will be a ticket to South Korea, and it seems like a talk show, team house and website are all coming soon too. There was more than this, and it is some really good news. FX Open are really trying their hardest to help esports grow, and I have to say that they are most definitely succeeding. So if you want to read all about those FX Open esports announcements, then you'll just have to check the post link below. Time for some GSL updates. The Code S and Code A have both moved into their respective rounds of 16. Both are steadily progressing and both have had their fair share of entertainment and saddening upsets. First up, the Code A. The first playday of the round of 16 has already been completed with Huck, Losira, Virus and Lenok winning their games, moving into the round of 8. Players that made it into the Code S round of 16 include July and MC, both of which have already won their games in said round. Nada, Lin, and Jinro made it to the round of 16, but sadly, Jinro was knocked out by Hongang Prime. There are a few others that I obviously didn't mention here, but hey, I will leave some of it for you to read. Players that were knocked out of the Code S, or rather back down to the up and down matches thus far, are the following: Idra by forfeit, Zenio, Boxer, Genius, Marine King, and even 3 of our former champions, MVP, Fruit Dealer, and Nest T. That is quite crazy, and it is really weird to see big name players like that being knocked out this early. As usual, you can read about all the going-ons in the GSL, the results, and all the drama that ensued in the links below, and do remember to keep checking back here for more. What would the GSL news be without a few extras? In today's extras, we have the Code S nominations, dubbed in English for all us foreigners that want to enjoy every possible bit of GSL goodness. A Huck, Ret, Jinro and Moonglade foreigner special, courtesy of Team Liquid, and lastly, a pretty interesting post about the map stats on the GSL March, thus far at least. In a few small MLG related updates, the MLG Dallas event, set to take place from April the 1st to April the 3rd, have put their passes on sale for the event, so if you are keen to attend, then you'd better head on over to their site to get yours booked and paid right now. The StarCraft 2 schedule has not been released yet though. Next up, they've also released the maps they are using for the event. 7 maps will make up the map pool for the 2011 StarCraft 2 Pro Circuit. 4 standard maps are included, but they have been slightly revised for use in the MLG competitions. Shattered Temple will replace Lost Temple, and the other 2 maps are Ickup Test Bug and one of the GSL maps, Crossfire SE. You can check the links below for a complete list of the included maps, players, and everything else MLG related. The group stages of the Intel Extreme Masters kicked off a few days ago at CeBIT in Hanover, Germany, in Hall 23 for those that were wondering. 12 players started fighting tooth and nail for the StarCraft 2 World Champion title and $30,000 in prize money. Our hosts for this amazing event, Kevin Rotterdam van der Kooi, Dario the Little One Wunsch, and Sean Day 9 Plot have been treating us exceptionally well and keeping us more than entertained during and between the matches. So if you want to watch the rest of the action, you can check out the schedule in order to attend the matches or follow the live stream via ESL TV. With the first couple of playdays already completed, the number of players in contention has been significantly decreased, but with that, the quality of the games has also significantly increased. First up, I have to mention that there are absolutely no European or US players left in the tournament. The finals are set to take place on Saturday between Ace and Moon. You don't want to miss that match. As an extra bonus, the winner of the IEM World Championship will apparently take Idra's spot in the GSL March up and down matches, or at least be given the chance if they so wish. So check the links below for all the information you could ever need about the IEM. As a few extras from the IEM, you can check a bunch of interesting interviews out with the players and casters from the event, courtesy of ESFI World and MIM. You can also find all the replays from the event in the links below. Definitely worth checking out. In another rather big piece of tournament news, apparently, according to thisisgame.com, due to the legal happenings regarding Blizzard's IP rights, Brood War, Warcraft 3 and even StarCraft 2 might be excluded from the World Cyber Games 2011 Grand Finals. This is not final and there is still no official statement from the World Cyber Games, but one is probably soon to be issued. I won't go into any more detail about it now, but I just thought you guys would want to know. You can read a little bit more about it below. In 2 slightly smaller tournament announcements, we see the gathering include the maps Ickup Test Bug and Ickup Pawn Re, which were made popular during the ESL Go for SC2 tournaments. These and 5 other original Blizzard maps are what the players at the offline tournament will be battling on. Next up, after DreamHack's earlier announcement of their summer event, the organizers released detailed information regarding the StarCraft 2 tournament. The tournament will feature 800,000 SEK, that's about $125,000 US, and is also supported by sponsors SteelSeries and Azo. Read more about both those smalls below, courtesy of Gosu Gamers and ESFI World. It's the start of a new month, and in the South African StarCraft 2 scene, that can mean only one thing. Time for yet another Polar Fluke tournament. Polar Fluke MM March, or MM March, is happening this weekend, and as all those before it, promises excitement, entertainment, and drama for all. If you feel you need some practice, or just a little tournament experience, why not enter? If you don't have the time needed to play, hop in and check out the live stream for a bit, or alternatively, if you just want to have a chat with some of the local players, organizers of the event, and everyone else involved, you could always just jump onto the Polar Fluke IRC channel and say hi. The tournament is set to start on Saturday at 3 PM, with the live stream and pre-show set to start up at 2:15. You can find all the details about the tournament, live stream, registered players, and everything else needed below. Check it out and be here, it's set to be a lot of fun. Let's head on over to the tournament and event smalls. eStars Seoul pulls out Blizzard games. Yes, Blizzard's IP rights wars against Korean broadcast companies has claimed yet another victim. eStars Seoul, in a show of solidarity with Kespa, is removing Blizzard games from its tournament in August. You can read a recap of the TSL qualifier number 8. There are 2 threads up with tons of details about the North American Star League, and finally Team Liquid also has a post up about the Team Liquid Star League brackets. Some footage recently surfaced of some big names in today's StarCraft 2 scene from back before they were in fact big names. while they were growing up, learning to be a better gamer one step at a time. The footage is from the USA World Cyber Games in 2005, where some names you might well know, Tasteless, Artosis and Day 9 participated. The video is full of arrogance, drama, heartache, bittersweetness and even a few good laughs to boot. Yes, this was in fact the World Cyber Games that Day 9 won. It really is amazing seeing these guys and how they were back then, which is strikingly similar to how they are today. But anyway, check the video out and big thanks to Be Nice for digging this up and finally uploading it to YouTube. I absolutely had to feature this video because it may well, quite possibly be the most brilliant thing ever. You all know Sela, formerly of the clan Wera, now in clan Slayers, and you all possibly know he loves his wine, cheese and, well, singing. So here's his latest piece of work. While on air with Root Destiny, he performs his own version of Rihanna's Umbrella. Definitely not to be missed. Yet another StarCraft 2 themed song, The Nightmare Before Christmas's What's This? StarCraft Edition. This was created by the guys over at AK Amazingness, and, well, what can I say? It is pretty funny. It was apparently requested by Day 9 during one of his dailies, and being the most keen fans ever, they decided to whip it up for him. You can find the music video and the MP3 of the song in the links below. Did I just talk about a StarCraft 2 themed song? Oh, well, here's another one, and this one has a slightly higher production value it seems. This song is titled Bronze League Hero and is amazingly well performed and set up. It is apparently a cover of a song that I've never personally heard before. The artist claims that it is the next Banelings, and, well, it is pretty good, that much is sure, but I'm not sure if it's as good as Kurt and Husky's Banelings. What do you think? Listen to it and let me know. The next Liquid Weekly is out, number 29. This weekly has a look at Jinro and Huck, the driver and conductor of the Liquid Pain Train. Some more TSL related stuff, which includes some mini interviews with all the Liquid players, and you can even pick up some TLO, Huck and Hey Pro ladder replay packs. Check all of that and more out below, obviously courtesy of Team Liquid. Artosis has put up the next in his seemingly endless series of Pro House tours. This time around we get a pretty detailed look at the Prime.we team house and even a couple of interviews with the players residing there. So if you want to see where and how a Korean pro team practices and lives, what they have to say about the GSL, their team house and everything else, check the series of videos in the links below or just head on over to Artosis TV for the lot of it. In some art updates, the official StarCraft 2 fan art section has been updated with a few pretty impressive and quite funny pieces. If you're interested, need a new wallpaper or just love everything StarCraft related, you'd better check these out. My personal favorite can be seen on your screen right now. In a few extra, if slightly smaller art updates, we get a look at a cute StarCraft 2 themed birthday cake and a fan-made Zerg and Idra themed wallpaper. Find the full-size versions of both these images in the links below. The guys over at Reddit have a pretty lengthy and indeed quite informative interview up with none other than Total Biscuit himself. Total Biscuit talks about, well, everything. From StarCraft 2 esports and his involvement in it, the current state of the game, the NASL and Jinro vs Idra show match, his own gaming background, and lastly, some talk about his future projects and what we can expect from the one and only Cynical Brit in the coming months. It is a really great listen and well worth checking out. You can even download the whole thing in MP3 format to make it a little easier to listen to. Brother Mac is back and this time is answering a question that is apparently often asked. Why does he pray for StarCraft? Pretty entertaining. He talks about a few of the reasons that he chose to pray for the game and its community. In usual Brother Mac style, he does go a little bit off track at one point, but I think I'll leave that for you to discover. Check the video out, you'll enjoy it. Big name player in the South African and also lately international StarCraft 2 scene, Chase, has taken it upon himself to set up his very own StarCraft 2 website. Chase, being his modest self, doesn't claim to be of a professional level, which is a silly notion. We all know he is, and he can't really even begin to hide that at all. But he still feels his insights and experience is enough to be of assistance to many people out there, and thus Chase StarCraft was born. What makes this site so great? Well, Chase presents his information in an easy to understand way, a way that absolutely anyone can absorb and appreciate. You don't need to know every single little technicality to benefit from his advice. You don't need to read the piece 20 times to make sense of it. You don't need to spend hours watching tutorial videos. Instead, you just pop in for a quick read, and you absolutely don't need to spend hours crunching numbers for it to help you out. There's a lot to be seen, and to make the deal even sweeter, if you feel you have something special that you want to share with your fellow StarCrafters, and we're just waiting for the right place to put it, why not send it to Chase, and if he feels it's up to scratch, he will publish it on the site. All that said, are you even still listening to this, or have you already clicked the link below to find his site? Well, if you are still here, his latest article titled Tips and Tricks focuses on various little things that StarCraft 2 players of any level might well not have known and might very well help them out a little. If anything, that's a great place to start. Check the site out in the links below, leave a comment of appreciation, and save that one for bookmarks because you'll most definitely want to visit it again. Next up, let's head on over to the community smalls. There are 2 new polls up on the official StarCraft 2 community sites. One titled My Other Car Is a, and the other one about who will win the IEM World Championship. The next 2 Academy posts are up. First one titled Meet the Underdog, and the second one, It's All About Having Fun. The next couple of StarCraft 2 community MVPs have been chosen, and Blizzard has their next custom map spotlight post up. Destiny has joined Root Gaming. The March Korean clan roster changes can be found over on the Team Liquid forums as well. Nama has left Miles Sports for Clan Virus. Artosis has left the clan Meet Your Makers. Lucifron has left the clan Fnatic MSI to join a Spanish team called APSC2. Compito has 2 interesting interviews up with Satini and D-Star. SK Gaming has an interview up from Assembly with Grubby. The Blizzard Careers team is apparently going to be at the Games Development Conference 2011 in San Francisco. There's an 11-minute video interview with Moonglade up at Rukaka World. John has posted a response to Huck's troll allegations. There's an incredibly funny video up about Zerg and Terran talking about balance in StarCraft 2. The legendary Athene has a StarCraft 2 tutorial up about how to beat 2 insane PCs as Terran. There's a video up on YouTube where Kelly actually denies Artosis a high five. That's revenge for Idra. That is all I have for you in this episode, and it fills my heart with sadness to have to end it so soon. Keep checking back here for the latest Blizzard news, and remember to like the video, favorite it, share it, and subscribe. Most importantly though, happy StarCrafting.